The name of this project is Codelingo. It's an AI-generated Duolingo-like application for the CodePath language that we are using on different universities. Uh, it it does touch on C++, Python, and Java. Those are the languages that we're working on with the students and with professors. And the situation that we currently have is professors and the students, they have this certain paralysis on how to approach AI. It's very big question mark for them. They do not understand the pros and cons and the limitations and capability of AI and AI generated code. So they don't know where to start. There are a lot of questions. Mainly on the educational side, academic integrity, and how to approach and merge those two together, AI and the students' learning. The objective of this project is to introduce students and professors all the capabilities and limitations of AI generated projects and code, and how can they merge their knowledge with the AI project. So AI will help them to create the project, and they will bring their specific knowledge on this language that they learn and integrate on the project, and also how and where they can start. So eliminated that paralysis of okay, AI is so big and I don't know where to start from. The action here is using cursor IDE, and that's not limited to cursor, but this is very easy and to introduce them. Create an AI project, not only file, not only a small piece of code. Is an entire project where everybody in computer science can relate to, and the idea is to pick something like Duolingo for languages. Everybody has used Duolingo. They are doing a language training on the university. So they merge those two together, goes through also the development cycle of software, of doing a prompt, getting the code, testing it if the code has quality, if it has the things they're looking for, they gave on the prompt, and then evaluating and reprompting, seeing how it changes. Also, they're going to be experimenting with the capabilities because they will see what is happening from their prompt and the limitations, because some things the tool will not be able to do, and then they will understand where the limitations currently are. At the end, they will be able to integrate their knowledge of what they learned through the course of the language into the tool and the application that was generated. So they will be able to see the merging of the knowledge with the AI generation code. The result is we're going to have a simple app with its three languages, the C++, Python, and Java, one for each specific course or university that they're working on. They will have understanding of software development process, as I said, from the beginning to the end, from uh, design, implementation with AI, testing, and adjustment. They will understand the AI generation code, pros and cons, capability, limitations. The they will also leverage, and then most important, they will also leverage their knowledge during the course with the questions inside of the application. So on the right side here, let's look at the what it means. Let's look at the result first. So this is the result. We have this code lingo that was fully AI generated in Cursor just by prompts. And the Codelingo has three paths and one for each language. Let's say we pick the first one. Everything is AI generated by prompts. So we pick C++. And as you expect, you have some path that you can go through. You have introduction, variables, a normal CS1 course, and this can be adjusted. This is just an example that I picked. And they have strings, array, not in some particular order, and that's the exercise. You have to exercise that in the prompt as well. And we are only able to do the first one as you expect. And then the first one is going to show us the question, and we have to answer the question. This is the questions are pretty much the same for all the languages. And here where the knowledge comes into play. They will be able to change the AI generated code with their own questions. So they will be able to see how something they kind of don't understand, which is the code of the application, with something they fully understand and grasp, and merge the two together to have an application, to kind of understand the entire process of development and have a sense of what is development, a smaller startup, what it looks like. Now you answer the first question, what is the key first step for setting up C++, then set up a compiling editor. Yeah, that's great. That's correct. So just an example question, what is the name of the CPP file here? And it's a main CPP. Yeah, that's great. So do I need an IDE to write code? So let's say it's true, which is not. We can write this C++ code and Notepad. We don't need a specific IDE. Let's say true, then yeah, that's wrong. And so the students will go through this, and then this is the next unit. So there are three questions. We can have more questions, and that's the exercise of changing the code yourself once it's ready. Then the second unit is open now, the other units are not. And here also the limitations play a little bit. AI is not very good at generating animations. You can see the animations are kind of not very fluid. They're overlapping with the unit names. I try to work on the prompts, and you actually see that the AI is really not getting it. It just doesn't understand animation, and that's a good exercise as well to for them to understand what is capable today. So yeah, so I have the three languages here. All right, so then let's look at what it means to vibe code, what it means to use AI generation code, right? So at the beginning, I have a very specific set of instructions for the agent. Specify I want a very simple application in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So anyone can run from anywhere on the browser. You can open on your phone, you can open on your desktop. It doesn't need a backend, and that we should keep it simple because setting up backends, that's too complicated. We don't want to go there. As a specific set of colors, I wanted to do some code path colors. What is are the idea of the different languages, what are the courses that I'm looking at CS1. So this prompt was also generated by ChatGPT. I just gave the ChatGPT an idea, saying, look, I want a Duolingo like for C++, Python, and Java, and it's for CS1. Create this MVP so I can put on course on AI. So everything here is done through AI back and forth. And AI will, and the cursor here will generate the files. You do some thinking. About a minute later, will spit out a couple files. So you can see you have HTML, CSS, and and JavaScript. So basically, we keep talking with the AI, we keep testing, and go back and see. Oh, okay, so the animations are not correct, or the back button is not working because it wasn't. So when I press the back button, it's not working. Then you give that to the AI saying, fix the back button, add some dark mode. I don't want to have that. This has to be eliminated. So this was eliminated. The hearts were eliminated from the lesson, and they were here because I said that Duolingo like application. And then I said, oh no, take the hearts because I want these students to keep moving forward and not have to worry about lives. Then yeah, that's basically it. You can see on the cursor it's very well divided here. You have your chat, you have your file, and on the right side, you have the agent. You can see the history of what I've been talking with the chat and what the chat talks to me back and how we interact both together. And finally, here is where the JavaScript for the questions are, and here is where the students will input their learning. They don't need to understand anything else for these files. I don't understand it either. I didn't even look at them. So this is the power of AI, is really leveraging what you know and amplifying what you know to translate into code. haven't even bothered to look at it. So the only thing I looked at it is this question. I said I want to question the specifics for each course and each language on a list so I can give it to the students and the students um, can bring their questions inside. And the students at the end of the course will have an understanding. They can work with AI together to to create this question, see if the questions are inside of CS1, how advanced they are because they need to be on this path. So they have to increase in difficulty. And they can input in here. And once they input in here, everything, all the questions will change, and then we will able to see the merging of those AI and their knowledge together. So I'll leave it the information on the GitHub. This is on the GitHub, and yeah, then we can look at how everything else works.